Hello, welcome to a very special edition of Workforce Wednesday. As you can see, I have quite a few people joining me today. My name is Emily Petnato. I'm the Workforce Development Specialist at the Greater Scranton Chamber of Commerce and your host of Workforce Wednesday. Today, I will start by asking everyone on the call to give a quick introduction of themselves, starting with Alex.
Thank you so much, Emily.
Thank you.
My name is Alex Azuri, and I am fortunate enough to be the president and CEO of both the Advocacy Alliance and Friendship House. The Advocacy Alliance is a 70-year-old organization, and we provide services to adults with mental illness and intellectual disabilities primarily. And the services we provide are what can be categorized as back office services. We manage the finances, whether we are representative payee, guardian, or trust administrator for about 6,000 individuals with mental illness or intellectual or developmental disabilities, and a whole array of other services. Friendship House has been founded in Lackawanna County in the early 1870s, and we provide across the lifespan mental health services, as well as providing child welfare services, foster care and adoption. And we also provide an array of services to children and adolescents with autism, whether that be in our center-based programs or out in the community, whether at school or in the home settings. That's a general overview of what we do. Thank you, Emily.
Thank you. Kate, if you'd like to go next.
Hi, I'm Kate Dempsey-Jones, and I am the CEO of Goodwill Industries of Northeastern Pennsylvania. Goodwill was chartered as Goodwill Scranton in about 77 years ago. So we have been around for quite a while. We have a footprint or a service area of 11 counties in Northeastern Pennsylvania. We provide in Lackawanna and Luzerne counties primarily residential services for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities, adults. And we also provide day services or community participation support, which is the formal name. We also provide employment services, both skill acquisition and supported employment. And we also have a retail arm, which folks usually, when they think of Goodwill, they think of the stores. The retail arm that we have is basically our largest fundraiser to support all of the services that we provide. Pretty simple. You donate or you shop. We turn those proceeds or profits into services. They go right back into all of the services that we provide. We also are a little bit unique in that we have a community theater and a senior living home in what was the former North Scranton Junior High School. Our community theater, any proceeds or profits that are realized there are also put right back into what we call our mission services.
Thank you, Kate.
Thank you.
Bob, how about you?
I am Bob Ames. I am a vice president at Allied Services. Allied Services is a very diverse organization that has been in business since 1959. So we have 60 plus years of experience. Some of the programs that Allied provides, we have vocational programs, behavioral health services, developmental services, so residential intellectual disability programs. We have physical therapy / rehab programs, nursing home care, personal care home, home health services, in-home services, hospice services, waiver coordination. So Allied is, again, a very diverse organization with roughly 3,500 employees, which we touch many lives throughout our daily course of action. And we're a great community partner here in Lackawanna and Luzerne counties.
Thank you, Bob. Sister Mary Alice.
Thanks, Emily. I'm Sister Mary Alice Jacquinot. I'm the president of St. Joseph Center. And like the others, our organization has been in this community for a long time, dating back to 1888. originally started as an orphanage in the care and for the care of children whose, families couldn't provide for them. We've really evolved over the years, and it's probably about 50 or 60 years now that we've been also assisting those who have intellectual, developmental, or physical disabilities. And we provide services such as residential services, which of course are staffed 24 hours a day, as well as community-based programs. And some of the things mentioned, such as outpatient therapy, early intervention, one-on-one services for access to the community, adult day services, and really fully engaging and meeting the needs of individuals across their lifetime, however they need to have the most support to be able to have a great life. So we share a lot in common as 4 different organizations, and of course each have our unique mix of services that is important for the community.
Thank you all for taking the time to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your organizations. I have brought you all here today because you do share a lot of similarities, and definitely with hiring. I'd like to open this conversation up to anyone who would like to start by talking about why it is so valuable to do the work you do within our community.
I would hope that Sister Mary Alice could lead this conversation.
Sure.
Well, maybe I'll just take a step back and say, we do have a lot in common. We meet once a month with others who provide services for people with intellectual and developmental different disabilities. And despite the differences among our organizations, our names, maybe our history and what we do have a tremendous amount in common, and sometimes even provide services to some of the same individuals. Someone might live in an allied home and have employment opportunities through Goodwill and rep payee services through advocacy, and get some outpatient therapy through St. Joe's. So we want to always be collaborating and working together as colleagues, because we know that that creates the best safety net for the community. So of late, I'd say the last couple of months, really throughout the pandemic, we've been meeting by Zoom, and we've been talking about our concern that we all have with attracting staff to our work. That sometimes, we acknowledge we see people with disabilities in our community, but sometimes we don't really know who's helping them get to the many places that I just mentioned, or who's working with them for their 24-hour residential care. And so that's what we wanted this opportunity to talk to you and the community on Workforce Wednesday, to really talk about the employment needs that we have. And while we do have vacancies, we also have staff with a high level of satisfaction. They find this work to be really meaningful, and what keeps them coming back, not only day after day, but really year after year. So I think each of us could tell a story about hearing from staff why it is they appreciate work and at one of our organizations, and the people we have the privilege to know and support. So that's kind of the introduction, and I'll ask my colleagues to maybe share a response to Emily's question, which really is, why are we looking for staff, and what do staff find to be so satisfying about work in our organizations?
I'll add, Sister Mary Alice, I believe the reason that people are attracted to this kind of work and stay in this kind of work is because they know that they are making a difference, and they can see firsthand that they are making a difference in the lives of the people that they're privileged to care for every day. We usually talk about, community-based programs, and you talk about the kind of the synergy between all of the different organizations that are part of our Providers Council and the network of providers locally. You can literally see firsthand when you help someone master a skill, a daily living skill that they may have never done before. But through the support and the guidance of the individuals that work especially in our residential facilities and our day programs or our employment programs across the board, just the reward that you receive from seeing someone else achieve a goal that is going to contribute to them having a more traditional life in the community. And it is a field of care and compassion. Oftentimes, I'm sure our folks on the call would agree, during the interview process, you hear someone say, I'm a people person. Well, you 100% need to be a people person to work in this field. And the rewards are endless.
Thank you, Kate. Would anyone else like to add anything?
I would just say that I think one way, shape, form, all of our organizations have that one basic goal. We're a caring organization. We all care for many different individuals, all different walks of life. And at the end of the day, what our employees do, they are rewarded because, as Kate says, they get to see the fruits of their efforts. They get to see people do things for the first time. And it is rewarding. It is something that, you can say, I made a difference. I made a difference in someone's life. And one way or another, all of our organizations are doing very similar type of services for a very broad spectrum of individuals that need help. So that's all I have.
Thank you, Bob. So as Kate mentioned, you definitely have to be a people person to be in this field of work. How would any of you just else describe an ideal candidate to apply for your organizations?
I think someone who's willing to learn,
Mhm.
because each person we support, we do so in a very individualized way. So what might be good for one is not necessarily the same for the next. So that flexibility and that desire to really learn someone's history, learn their likes and preferences, learn more about the community, and then helping to engage people more fully in their community. So that would definitely be a characteristic that we would be looking for, all of us, someone's willingness to learn. No one comes in ready 100% to do the job, and we fully understand that.
I'll add to that a little bit, Sister. I agree with what Sister said. And to add to that, our environments, the environments which we work so hard to create, are based upon dignity and respect. And sometimes the brightest individuals and the hardest working individuals don't get what we do. We must treat ourselves with dignity and respect, those individuals we serve and empower, and our coworkers. And that's something that everyone is not used to. It's not an organization like ours with 500 employees. It's not 500 individuals coming to work every day. It's 500 individuals working with each other to get better as a team to provide services. And that's important. And that in today's environment, as we compete with large warehouses and logistical operations, and people tell us, or potential employees say, well, I can go work at such and such a warehouse and make $25 an hour, but you're only paying $18 or $19 an hour. And we say, yes, unfortunately, that is the case. But then oftentimes we'll get people who come back to us and say, we wanted more than just the money. We want to be part of something. And that's very important in what we do. All of us.
Mhm.
I agree.
Thank you, Alex.
Thank you, Emily.
So if you'd like to go around, what is one thing you would like to tell someone that may be interested in applying about your organization or about the work that they do in one sentence, if you can?
I would say that working in the Goodwill organization is more like working as part of a family. We truly foster that family environment, the family atmosphere.
And I'll just continue that. So our sentences might form a paragraph, because building on that would be this idea of it can be a position that would develop as a career over a lifetime, because relationship is so key to this employment. So when you develop relationships with coworkers and the clients, they continue to flourish and develop, and the employee will do the same personally, learning new skills, understanding more about persons with disabilities, as you would in a family. You know, you stick through good times and bad together, and that's really very much at the heart of the employee relationship.
And I would just say that coming to work for Allied, it would be a scenario where at the end of the day, you're not just punching a clock in and out and coming to work and leaving. As Sister said, every employee is learning something new all the time. There's changes that happen every single day. And you know, sometimes it's adjusting on the fly to what you need to do. But the big part of coming and working in this environment is the rewards that you get individually yourself, not just for the people that you're serving, but the rewards that you receive yourself, because we did good. And that's one of my statements I make to a lot of my staff. You know what? We've done very good for many people over a long period of time. And it is a rewarding piece of why we still do what we do.
I'll reiterate what everyone said, but I'm going to try to say it in one sentence. If you want to feel really good about yourself and really good about what you've done all day, come and work for our organizations.
Thank you all. And I really appreciate the chance to learn more about your organizations too through this. Is there anything else you would like to add that I may not have asked or that we may not have covered?
I would just like to mention that the job title a lot of us are looking for would be something such as community support professional, direct support professional, maybe using the term companion or advocate. Those words aren't always maybe as commonly understood as if you said, you know, a nurse's aide, a child care attendant. We tend to understand that role. So again, I would encourage people to look more broadly when they're looking for employment, maybe within human services. If they see an unfamiliar term, unfortunately, there's a lot of jargon and internal language in our field because of some of our relationship with government programming. So to not let that be a limit, or not, you know, stay away because I'm not quite sure what a direct support professional does. You know, make contact, ask the organization. We all are very happy to try and more fully explain. I guess just the other thing I would want to add is, you know, Alex raised the wage issue, and we have worked, all of us on the call, in improving wages. But when you look at the whole package, we are all, you know, reputable employers in our community. So we're providing kind of a full package, you know, with, again, different benefits, but benefits that really can help someone support their family. And I think, you know, we're striving on a regular basis to improve that.
Absolutely. I'll add to that, Sister. All of our organizations, and I am able to speak specifically about Advocacy Alliance and Friendship House. We have become competitive and we do business, because these are businesses, nonprofit, although they are business, and we must run them like businesses and hope to have excess money at the end of the year so that we can reinvest in our staff and reinvest in our buildings and do new things for the people we serve. And we have become competitive. We have sign-on bonuses. We provide bonuses or payments to staff who refer someone to us. We're now providing monthly retention payments. And we are, and again, it is a career. It's not getting a job at a warehouse, which is wonderful work. We all have family members that have done it, whether in the past or currently or in the future. But this is a career. And at our organizations, Advocacy Alliance and Friendship House, we hire folks that are recent high school graduates to all the way to folks that have master's and doctoral degrees. So we run the gamut, and we're always looking for folks. Just look at our websites and make an application, inquire. And if you're not sure, somehow send an email or make a call and ask for me, and I'll call you back and I'll try to figure it out for you.
Would anyone else like to add?
I think we pretty much covered it.
I think so. No. So just to clarify, your positions are available to even high school graduates and
Correct.
beyond.
Yes,
That's correct.
Yes.
Thank you. So if we could each go around and let the viewers know how an interested job seeker can apply. Bob, if you'd like to go.
Okay, so at Allied Services, you can go to our main website, which is Allied, ALLIED services.org. And you could look up job opportunities and search our database of any position that we have available.
Thank you. Kate?
We too have, who doesn't have a website anymore, we too have a website. Folks can apply at goodwillnepa.org. They can also apply on our Facebook or Instagram pages. They can apply through LinkedIn. And they can do the old fashioned thing and stop by at our location at 925 Prospect Avenue in Scranton, or any of our retail stores, and ask about employment, or they can contact us directly at 570-343-1166. And the receptionist will connect you with the Human Resources Department.
Thank you. Sister Mary Alice?
Okay, thank you. Our web address is stjosephcenter.org, and it's easy to find the employment opportunities page. I also would say, and it's probably true for all of us, volunteer opportunities exist. This is National Volunteer Week, so there may be people who say, oh, I'm not quite sure I want full-time or even part-time work, but maybe if I came in as a volunteer for a little bit, those opportunities exist as well. So again, a website is a great place to find that. Our main center is 2010 Adams Avenue in Scranton, but we do have locations throughout Lackawanna and Luzerne County. And I think the best way would be the website or Facebook page would be a great way to find more about St. Joseph Center.
Thank you. And Alex?
thank you, Emily. For Advocacy Alliance, you can go to our website, theadvocacyalliance.org, and there's opportunities to peruse what we do and to get to our Human Resources Department. And we have opportunities all throughout Northeastern and Pennsylvania, as well as other cities across the whole entire Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, including Philadelphia. Friendship House is friendshipHousePA.org, and there is some type of link to our Human Resources Department. And Friendship House has significant amounts of opportunities all throughout Northeastern and North Central Pennsylvania, especially for bachelor's level and master's level folks. We have 90 professionals embedded in schools throughout Northeastern and North Central Pennsylvania, and that's friendshipHousePA.org.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you for joining me today. I'm so happy I had the chance to have you all on a Workforce Wednesday session, and thank you for taking the time out of your day to do so. It was great being able to learn more about all of your organizations, and I can't express enough how much I appreciate this opportunity.
Thank you, Emily.
Thank you, Emily.
Thank you. If you're interested job seeker, please head to their websites, or you could find some of the positions available on the Chamber's job board at scrantonchamber.com. If you're interested in registering for an upcoming Workforce Wednesday session, please contact me at epetnato@scrantonchamber.com. And then again, join us next week. Thank you all. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Emily,
Thank
thank you
you.
so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
No.
thank the Chamber. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.